My first guest tonight is a versatile stage and film actress who made her screen debut in the motion picture Shampoo and became famous as Princess Leia. She is currently appearing in the latest Star Wars movie, Return of the Jedi. Please welcome Carrie Fisher. What'd you say?
I just wondered.
You just wondered what?
Talk show protocol, I don't know. Do we sit down? Or...
Eventually, you're,
Yes, okay.
you're requested to sit down.
Okay.
Yeah, I never know what to do either. I guess in my case, I should wait till the guest is seated.
Sits, yeah.
Or the princess, surely. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I screwed up the name of the movie. I called it whatever I called it. I'm
Revenge.
sorry. Yeah. I hope it doesn't
okay.
hurt the box office.
I think it'll be okay.
Now, this. How do you feel about this? Is the third? Is there going to be another one? What do they say?
I don't think so. I mean, Han and I sort of choosing what planet to live on and having a child that grows up with hair like that and so forth. No, I think they were considering doing the prequels, 1, 2, and 3. And I don't know that they're going to do that now. I think Mr. Lucas is very tired.
Yeah. How about you? Would you be interested in doing another one if they...
Choosing a planet and stuff like that, yeah.
Does it? How does it affect you now that you can go into stores and buy stuff that looks like you, the merchandising?
It doesn't look like me. The second one they came out with looked like Eddie Munster, the Empire doll, and I was very upset by that. As upset as you can get about dolls and your likeness. I don't like the shampoo that much because you can screw my head off and pour liquid out of my neck and wash your hair.
Yeah.
And it says, lather up with Leia and you'll feel like a princess yourself.
Well, that's... now, do you have to give your approval for that sort of thing?
I signed my likeness away, so they made me into a racer and stuff like that.
But they don't even come to you and say, this is as close as we can get, is that all right? They don't...
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. They just take it from pictures and so on.
How, when you're making these movies, you do a lot of acting to...
Nothing.
Yeah, things that are filled in later, right?
Yes.
Like talking little fuzzy guys and a lot of laser fights and that
That's
sort of thing.
right.
So how do you do that?
When they say action, you just do it. I started doing the films when I was 19, so it's one of my specialties, except for a type of chicken that I can make. It's really good. But, no, you just go, ah! And that's about it. Or, no, look, get down there, they're done that. And that's what you do.
And you're not sure what you're getting...
You feel like an idiot in the beginning, and then eventually it's just...
yeah.
That's it.
Now, when there is a scene in which, when you're sitting in the theater watching it, there's a lot of tension, and maybe you're frightened, theater goers, I mean. Are you frightened and filled with tension when you do it? Or is there any sense of...
Certain times where I was frightened when they put a squib on my arm and my arm caught fire. I was frightened before it caught fire. I thought I would feel it and it would hurt.
Yeah.
Because I'd seen other people blow up before. They blow up people on the back.
This is a device that would simulate an explosion or something?
Yes, my arm caught fire and Harrison had to sort of hit the wound. But it's the tension when we did the swing across, and those are scary because they just shoot the rehearsal. Then you like it and want to do it again because you didn't die.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do it again.
But you know what I'm saying? In a scene where it's whatever you do, don't open the door, and,
yes,
then you open the door.
Sometimes there's certain reactions to a gun or something, and they can do that. When we see the films, we see them exactly like everybody else. I mean, we don't see giant speeders careening across. We do it to a blue screen, and they put all that on later.
Yeah.
So going into hyperspace and so on, we never would see that. We would just react.
What is that chicken recipe?
It's you broil it, and then there's a soy sauce, which you can combine with the barbecue sauce on the other side, which is very good. Served with the broccoli and
broccoli is a nice addition to any chicken
and the corn
dish.
and the sweet corn.
And sweet corn.
Yeah.
It's tough to get really good fresh sweet corn,
And
though.
follow that vase.
Well, the vase, yeah, it's vase. I think in Iowa it's probably a vase.
Vase.
I know it is in Indiana. We're going to see some of that film, and I know what this is. Tell the folks what it is. It's a very exciting scene, isn't it?
This is the motorcycle sequence, and I don't know how to set this up. We're being chased once again by the horrible stormtrooper people, and we're on flying motorcycles, Harley Davidsons in space.
How did you do that?
That was one of the most boring sequences we had to shoot. That was in front of a blue screen once again, on top of 30-foot poles, with these sort of plastic bikes, and we would just sit there and they'd turn a wind machine on us, And we'd go like this and go like that, and look this way, look over there, now he's coming, and they'd blow up a squib, and then somebody stayed up in Crescent City and walked very slowly and took, I think it was one frame at a time, just walked through the forest, and I shouldn't say all this, then it ruins it for everyone.
No, it doesn't
Those
ruin
are
it. No,
actually flying things, and it was very exciting. They'll be on the market soon. I don't want to spoil this for everyone.
Yeah, I know the Russians have had those flying motorcycles for
years. We
and now we're
finally
just
got in,
finally,
yeah.
thank God for them too.
That's how I got here.
But it's terribly exciting. There's something about the motorcycles flying through a redwood forest that's very exciting.
It's very appealing.
Yeah. Now, in this movie, you also talk to more little fuzzy guys, don't you? Now they actually figured out a language for those guys, didn't they, or thought they did?
They have Ewokese, and for the new character Jabba the Hutt, who they compare to Edward G. Robinson and a slug, that's Huttonese. And they actually do go to UCLA and get a language expert and develop some sort of language. It's sort of like that.
Yeah.
But they never talk, when we perform with them, they just sort of go like this, and then they put in the sounds later.
Well, now, why did they go to the trouble of getting an expert to come in and figure out just what you did there?
More fun.
It makes it more fun.
Makes for more talk here.
Oh,
if
I
I
see.
just said they went, it wouldn't just, I couldn't have told that whole long thing.
But are there, in fact, people who would probably not go to the movie because they heard it was not authentic
An authentic
Ewok?
language?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
wouldn't go. I wouldn't have done the film.
Well, I don't blame you then. To heck with it.
No, I've got principles about this stuff.
I was reading a book about Michael Todd, and in the book, your father is mentioned, a good friend of Michael Todd's, and they are in Florida, and Mr. Todd arranges kind of an impromptu concert on the beach for your father to sing, and I thought, well, must have been pretty embarrassing circumstances for your father, and you tell me that was pretty much the way he was. He was
everywhere.
on. Yeah.
The world was a shower to him. He just sang everywhere. He would sing all the time.
And now, was that as a kid? Was that fun to be around?
I think there were a couple of years where I might have been embarrassed. He would do it in shopping malls, and he wasn't totally inconspicuous anywhere. And he was, Carrie, come here. There's a toy on the shelf. And Dad, come on, please.
Yeah.
Eat all your food, or I'll...
And what about your mother? Was she performing on all of it? Yeah.
She had pratfalls. He had singing in stores. She'd do pratfalls.
I also this afternoon found out that one of your long-range goals, and I don't think it can be accomplished now, you wanted to be the center square on Hollywood Squares.
I did. I wanted to do it with Greta Garbo to block, and I wanted to be a really interesting.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone to win, please, and just a whole.
It may not happen now.
I don't think so.
Sad but true. So what are you going to do now after this particular project? What is the next one looming on the horizon?
I think I want to do play a princess for HBO in a fairy tale.
Oh, really?
I'm just going to do princesses from now on.
Well,
it's a living.
Apparently good dough in it, yeah. It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for your time tonight, and good luck with this movie, for heaven's sake. Carrie Fisher, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with more next time.